Maharashtra, the state lining the west coast of India. If you cross the city limits and venture into the interior, you will meet some selfless angels who sacrifice their personal comforts to serve poorest of the poor with utmost dedication. India's march towards spectacular economic and industrial growth has not helped these poorest of the poor. They have found someone to walk with them in their lonely struggle. The compassionate hand of this group stretches out from a distance of 10,000 miles away, from one side of the globe in Canada to the other side in India. MSSO, the Maharashtra Seva Samiti Organization. It was September 1974. Dr. Jagannath Wani from Calgary invited Vinayak Gokhale from Toronto, Chintamani Adkar from Montreal, and Sunil Sobal from Saskatoon to join him in registering a charity in Canada to help the less fortunate in Maharashtra. They migrated to the West in search of wealth and opportunities. The foundation of their success in the West was their education in India. They felt a need to repay their debt to India. They were intent on connecting with the less fortunate in their motherland. This is the story of those extraordinary efforts, bridging miles and minds. The initial idea was simple: collect donations from families of Indian origin settled in North America and use the collected funds to help the poor and hungry become self-supporting, proud individuals. MSSO started collecting funds from North American donors and multiplying the original contributions sixfold through matching funds from the Wild Rose Foundation and CEDA. This journey was not easy. Dr. Wani went from Canada to India every year and roamed far and beyond into the interior of Maharashtra in search of worthy projects run by selfless social workers. In a remote corner of Maharashtra, in the midst of the forest of Gadchiroli district, Dr. Prakash and his wife Dr. Manda Amte have been working continuously with dedication and commitment for more than 40 years on this project. Bandaging the wounds of the tribals, providing education to their children, and creating self-respect among these tribals who had been victims of exploitation by the modern world, a continuous and committed effort of this selfless couple. Timely financial assistance from MSSO has created well-equipped hostel buildings for tribal students at Hemalkasa, replaced the termite-affected roof of the school buildings, and provided modern equipment and medicines for the tribal patients coming to the Lok Biradari Prakalp. Provision of residential accommodation with MSSO help has encouraged tribal girls to pursue education. Their number has more than doubled since the completion of the residence facility. The word handicap depicts a picture of someone expecting compassion on account of disability. MSSO met people who had conquered their disabilities and were exhibiting confidence. Helpers of the handicapped. Their leader Nasima Hurzuk is herself a wheelchair-bound paraplegic. But she says the sky is the limit for us too. The helpers' main focus is rehabilitation of the physically handicapped. Despite her own disability, Nasima has assisted literally hundreds of handicapped people to become fully functional. Persons who had lost hope in life became doctors, engineers, and many other such professionals with the help and encouragement from Nasima. MSSO provided assistance to the helpers to set up a farming business and a fruit processing unit for the rural handicapped. Because of this assistance, physically challenged people, once a burden, are now proud and successful earning members of their families. Mrs. Rajni Limaye, who has a mentally challenged son, Gautam, runs a school for other mentally challenged children in Nasik. Mrs. Limaye turned her calamity into her strength and started helping others who were suffering the same plight as she was. She has many dreams to expand her work to help more such children. MSSO helped her organization Prabodhini Trust to construct a hostel and a school building, and in setting up a transportation facility for the kids to travel from their homes to their school. Mrs. Limaye's dreams have been fulfilled, and the school that Gautam's mother built is now better equipped to help the mentally challenged children. Here is Rajesh. Being a victim of schizophrenia, either he would sit quietly in a corner lost in something, or would get violent and fight with people around him. The very same Rajesh is now making a new beginning in life under the guidance of the Schizophrenia Awareness Association. He has now started working as a telephone operator. Like Rajesh, there are many other schizophrenia victims who are trying to remove the stigma of mental illness and start a new life. For rehabilitation of mentally ill patients, MSSO has established a work center, Kamalini Kruti Bhavan. Many victims of schizophrenia are benefiting from the various activities carried out at Kamalini Kruti Bhavan. The tribes residing in the remote hilly regions of India are still deprived of modern medical facilities. Deliveries at the hands of traditional midwives are quite often fatal to the mother and the newborn. Financial assistance from MSSO helped the K.S. Vani Memorial Trust to train these traditional midwives in safer delivery techniques. This has considerably reduced fatalities during and after the deliveries of newborn babies. Children from slums collecting rags on city streets is an unfortunate reality. Swaroop Vardhini literally picks up these children from the street and sets them on the path of education. With the aid from MSSO, Swaroop Vardhini has provided a better life to the women and children from slums. Shantivan is an organization actively working to enhance self-esteem of the leprosy-affected patients through their rehabilitation. With assistance from MSSO, Shantivan has turned barren land into green pastures and has trained leprosy patients with decayed fingers to be self-supporting individuals. The Mahila Hakk Saurakshan Samiti assists victims of domestic violence to become self-supporting, proud women. With financial support from MSSO, they have constructed a work center for destitute women and a hostel for tribal girls. S.R. Hiremat, popularly known as SR, is an advocate for the empowerment of the rural poor. He has initiated a movement for community control over natural resources and self-rule in Karnataka. MSSO has provided assistance to his organization Samaj Parivartan Samuday for forest management and environmental issues. These project partners on the eastern side and the generous donors on the western side of the globe are the strong pillars of the bridge spanning 10,000 miles across the ocean. Funding agencies are naturally concerned about the proper use of financial assistance they provide. The Canadian International Development Agency has always been the largest contributor to any of the major projects funded by MSSO. They have evaluated MSSO and its overseas project partners at least 5 times. Impressed with the work, some evaluators joined the ranks of MSSO donors. This was the most positive evaluation report MSSO could have imagined. Eilish was first an evaluator, a member of a project review committee. Then she, along with her husband Murray Hebert, became a donor of MSSO, and later she started actively participating in MSSO activities. She has been a board member of MSSO since 2003. In this journey, MSSO met an extraordinary program officer, David Oak, at the Canadian International Development Agency. His keen interest in assisting the less fortunate beneficiaries of CEDA's Matching Funds program was an extremely important factor in the growth of MSSO's work. This is the bridge constructed by MSSO over the last 25 years, spanning 10,000 miles. At the east end of the bridge is the gratitude and affection of project beneficiaries, and at the west end, confidence, faith, and the trust of the donors. The movie Devarai, produced by MSSO to create awareness about schizophrenia, was appreciated nationally as well as internationally. This resulted in a string of 15 awards for the film Devarai. MSSO's journey continues unabated even after 25 years. A legacy is being passed on to the next generation. While helping the underprivileged, MSSO's aim was to give them a chance, not charity. MSSO's assistance was a helping hand to make them self-supporting, proud individuals with self-respect. MSSO was pleasantly surprised when they tallied the amounts remitted over 25 years to assist the less fortunate in India. The total exceeded $4 million. It is a long and fulfilling journey destined for priceless moments.